Hi there, folks. Sherry Schreiber of GettingBetter.com with some more naked truth for you today. What really pisses me off is when I read online, some people are telling you that feeling angry at someone is like drinking poison and hoping the other person will die. Something to that effect. Drinking poison. In other words, what they're saying to us is our angry feelings, our feelings of rage, our feelings of resentment, our feelings of anger are poisonous to us. And this is absolutely absurd. It's a lie. Don't believe it. Don't buy into it. These are people who are extremely uncomfortable with their own emotions. And they're trying to convince you that it's wrong for you to feel yours. And it pisses me off because it's a really unhealthy paradigm that they're putting out there to you. Okay? Holding anger for somebody is like drinking poison every day, hoping the other guy will die. Not true, my dears. Anger is the most enlivening, activating, energizing, passionate human emotion we have access to as human beings. The most passionate emotion. We've heard of crimes of passion, right? When people just, they have such rage boiling up in them that it's irrepressible and they act out that rage in destructive ways. I'm not recommending you do this. I have anger videos in my self-healing tutorial about overcoming anxiety. I have tools on YouTube that I give you to safely and in a healthful way express your anger and rage. But do not suppress it. Do not keep it in. Do not bury it. Celebrate it. It's activating for you. It's enlivening for you. Haven't you ever been so angry at somebody you just wanted to strangle them? Or you wanted to put your fist through a wall? Or you slammed the door real hard on somebody's office or room because you were so pissed off? Did you remember feeling that energy in your body when your anger was in its vibrancy? Why would you want to deprive yourself of that energy? Why would you ever want to deprive yourself of that? It's crazy. Stupid. So I've discussed the 3 ways of venting your rage. A former client called me the other night and he was so angry at someone he encountered in his job. And I said, okay, now that you got me on the phone, I just want you to let out some primal screams. He was driving home. I said, I want you to let out some primal screams right now. Curse and swear and call that person every name in the book. But just let out some primal screams. Okay? And he did. And within a minute or 2, he felt much better. You've got to honor these feelings. You've got to honor and respect your sadness, your depression, your rage, your anger, your envy, your jealousy. These are all just normal human emotions. We came into this life with a full repertoire of feeling states. Why kill any of them off? Just because your parents treated them like they were bad or unacceptable emotions when you were little. doesn't mean they're wrong or bad emotions. Just because it was inconvenient for them to deal with your sadness or your depression, and they made you wrong or shamed you for feeling it, or made you believe that you didn't have a right to feel it, because after all, look at all you have to be grateful for. Shit. Don't ever repress your anger. Don't ever make yourself wrong for it. Don't ever carry the fear around that you're drinking poison by feeling your anger. This is absurd. Actually, it's the healthiest thing you can do for yourself. I get angry at every opportunity I can. I let it out. I vent it. It's good for me. It's enlivening. It's activating. It's energizing. I love my rage. Don't judge it as a bad or wrong set of emotions. That's crazy. Just a normal human part of me. And it's a normal human part of you too. Now, I'm not suggesting you should act out this rage. Take it out on somebody physically, but you can beat the shit out of your bed at home with your baseball bat, your lightweight baseball bat that I encourage you to get in one of my other videos. You can yell and scream and rant and rave in your car and pound the car seat or the center console with your fist and curse and swear when you're angry at somebody. Roll the windows up tight if, it's a time of day where there might be passersby and somebody can hear you. Crank on the radio nice and loud so nobody can hear what you're screaming. Okay. Write angry, uncensored, unedited letters you're not going to send. Type them out. Write them longhand. I don't care what you do. But you've got to respect these feelings as part of your vitality, part of being normal. You want to go through life like a robot? I recently read a wonderful little book, and I would recommend this book to anyone. But it was it really, even though it was well written and it was well meaning, and I think a lot of people could benefit from it. Called what's the name of it now? I'll be happy once, and then the space. This happens once, ... happens. I'll be happy once, ... happens. And a lot of us pin our happiness on something in the future. When I'm in a loving relationship, I'll be happy. When I get my own home, I'll be happy. Life doesn't work that way. Nothing external can make you happy. It's an inside job. You got to work hard at that, like I did for decades. Okay, wonderful little book, really. I highly recommend you check into it. It's only like 53 pages long, 9 short chapters, easy to read, easy to absorb. But her paradigm, the author's paradigm, was vastly different from mine. She's encouraging you to get to a place of Zen with your emotions. She posits that your thoughts control your feelings, and it's actually the other way around. Our emotions are operating at all times within us. We feel a litany of emotions throughout the course of every day. It's the thoughts we attach to those emotions. It's the meaning we give those emotions that gets us into trouble. So what I've done for the past, for 25 years of my practice, is I've just taught people how to hold those emotions in their body and not try and make sense of them. Just tolerate and endure those emotions in their body. Deep breathe into them. Self-soothe by rubbing where it hurts in the body. that emotional state, or maybe there's 3 or 4 there at the same time, because we as humans are complex beings. We almost never feel one clean, clear emotion at a time. We usually feel several simultaneously, given any situation we encounter. But to self-soothe those emotions, to not continue to fear them, dread them, shame ourselves for them, make ourselves wrong for them, judge them harshly, believe that we aren't supposed to be feeling them. Of course, if you're human, you're going to feel emotions. Either that or you're a robot. So this book, while I'd recommend it, it's going to be a fit for a lot of people, sort of has a divergent path from mine. It's saying just be present with your emotions, which is a good thing. But it doesn't really sanction you giving them any credibility, which the author is saying. This author, her last name is Christopher, is that your thoughts create your emotions, when really it's the other way around. Your emotions always come first. Then you try and go up into your head like you've done since you're like 2 years old, and you start to have vocabulary and a way to talk to yourself about your emotions and ask, why am I feeling bad? That's when you try and make sense of your emotions. And when you try and make sense of your emotions, you exacerbate them. You exacerbate your anxiety. You exacerbate your pain. When you talk to yourself about your emotions, when you apply meaning and reasons to your emotions. Go listen to my video, perhaps, called Do You Struggle with Analysis Paralysis? I go into this in much greater depth. How analyzing our pain never, ever got us well. It never stopped the pain in our body from hurting. So, don't listen to these people who say holding anger towards somebody is the same as drinking poison and wishing the other person would die. That's just nuts. That's as absurd as you can get. Now, I'm not a proponent of you carrying around long-held resentment and rage and stuffing it, repressing your anger, stuffing it, keeping it in, shaming yourself, guilting yourself for it, making yourself wrong and bad for it. Suppressing it is what causes diseases in the body. Cancer, adult acne, liver difficulties, because the liver is the storehouse for anger in the body, according to Chinese medicine. If you're waking up a lot, like virtually every night, having to go pee between 3, 4 in the morning, you're sitting on some rage. Okay. You're sitting on some unresolved rage, even if you don't feel angry. I've had girlfriends say to me, oh, I never feel angry. Well, of course not. You've been bearing that emotion since you were an infant, a toddler. But that doesn't keep them from picking fights with their spouses. Anyhow, I had to drop this in for your consideration today, because I see this shit on the internet and I just want to like throttle somebody for it. It's absurd. You might want to listen to my fuck anger management video while you're at it. I think I recorded that one in 2017, so you're going to go back through the files a bit to find it. But I didn't want to neglect to give this to you. And I'm hoping it makes sense to you. I'm hoping you can learn from this. Don't shame yourself for your anger. Don't make yourself wrong for it, bad for it. Just learn how to vent it in the ways that I suggest so that you don't hurt yourself and your health or anybody else physically. Okay? All right. Remember to be good to yourself first. And bye for now.